Morning, friends. It's Nancy. I'm back from vacation. It was touch and go yesterday. Wasn't sure that we were actually going to get home, but it happened. So as if you're a regular watcher, you know that I have recently flown 5,000 kilometers across Canada to visit my son in Victoria. And we had a really nice, cozy Christmas. Mostly due to weather. We flew into a snowstorm. We were snowed in for days. So, but our flights were canceled, so we ended up staying 2 extra nights, which was great because by that time the weather had improved so much that we were able to do a little bit of touristy kind of stuff. Anyway, let me show you the thrift haul. So I think Christmas Eve we were able to get out. It might have been the 23rd. We were able to get out, and there was 2 stores that I wanted to go to especially. So one is called Supply, and the other one is called Thrift, and they're within a few blocks of each other. So these are secondhand stores that deal only with art supplies. I got to one of them. The other one, weather prevented me from getting there. They're not open every day. Lots of stores were closed after Christmas, so the Christmas to New Year's week kind of people were closed until all the festivities had died down. But I did get to one. Now, almost no possibility of getting too much because baggage space was a problem. But anyway, so I got to Thrift. Didn't get very much. I got some eyelets. These are kind of a ashy beige brown color, which matches terrific with like craft color. I don't have, if I have these, I'm unaware. So, yeah. I don't know that I would have spent 90 cents, but you know, sometimes you just need to. Then they had a box of envelopes, and it was 10 for $1. And these ones are pre-posted. Pre-posted? What would you call that? It doesn't say. Postage paid. So you would buy these at the post office back in who knows when. But these are still worth 39 cents. So even though it's, 3 times that amount to mail a letter in Canada, I can just add the additional postage. And I only paid 10 cents a piece for these. So I think I have 17. I figured I could get those in my baggage. And it was a good investment. And I just got these 3 crafty colored ones. These ones are plain. This one somebody has sort of stamped a Santa Claus on there, which is fine. I figured these were good to fill up that need for another 10. Then I got these this lace. I got two hunks, and they are about 44 inches long. They were crocheted onto like a curtain panel, but this is hand crochet, It has these, sort of rose and ribbon sort of shapes in the filet crochet. So I, for $3.50, I snapped those up. I think they're a great color, great value. I feel like there was something else I got there. No, that was it. I spent less than $6. We did get out to I needed to get to a thrift store to buy a vase for as sort of, I gave kids cash. So I took all the bills and wrapped them up and put an elastic on each little thing. So it looked like a candy dish, sort of. So I needed a container. And I did the same thing with Jordan. If you see my Instagram from the 18th of December, you'll see there's a picture of him and his lady friend, who has been around for a year now. Can you believe that? And you'll see that I had gotten this 3-tiered candy dish thing. And anyway, take a look if you're interested in trying to figure out what I'm talking about. Anyway, so I did get out to a St. Vincent de Paul, and I saw this music book. It says the Western Music Company in Vancouver. I did see a date on this. I don't know if this is actually, I want to say it's, I think I saw like a 1920s date, but like the book hasn't even been opened, and it has this terrific tiny little music paper, tiny little print, and gorgeous color, gorgeous creamy color. And I really liked the cover. I will be using this cover. And the back, of course. This one says 1934. Maybe that's what I was looking at. Anyway, then, as I said, we had to stay. Our airline put us up in a really swanky place on the harbor, which we took advantage of because, we were ready to leave. The kids had already taken down, they had an air mattress in Mark's office. They'd been sleeping on an air mattress for a week. So I said, you know what, we're going to go stay at this hotel. It's paid for. There's no sense putting that air mattress back up. You guys have, they say what's the saying? House guests are like fish. After so many days, they start to smell. So we were right downtown, and the weather had improved. It was like 12 degrees Celsius, which is, I want to say it's about 55 Fahrenheit. Everything was in walking distance. So Doug and I walked to this really great place, had breakfast, and then we both went for a walk. He went his way, I went my way, And I went to an antique store. I went to a couple of antique stores actually. And I think I went to 3 different thrift stores. Again, bearing in mind, I have no room to put anything. So I really simplified things. So this book here, it was one of those, photo albums that that doubles, has the double thick cardboard and you slide the photos in. I got it because this is a William Morris, and I actually have a folder of William Morris stuff that I want to use. It's a shame that it's so discolored, and I didn't realize it until now, laying it out, because I was just like, William Morris. So I'll have to do something to see if I can either, well, maybe I could just cover the spine and this, inch here. Yeah. So I cut the pages out, and it had, these glassine pages in between. So I tore the glassine pages out because I can make stuff out of them. I got bored in a hotel. So anything that was paper, I coffee dyed. These were the curtain panels from that lace. I was going to throw it out, and then I thought, it might be nice. Coffee dyed all the note pages. I thought, yeah, I can back tags with that or something. You don't know how desperate I was to craft. It is really hard for me to just sit and have nothing in my hands. Oh, I brought home this little card from my hotel. I can use this to spread glue. I can repurpose that. Put that up there. This is where I went. We stopped at the visitor center, and I saw this Royal Roads University. We went to see this. It's called Hatley Castle. We did go to see that. And I thought, oh, that's kind of neat. I can either use that in the context of, ephemera, or I could use this to make like a stencil. And then when I thought that, I went, oh, stencil. I grabbed anything that had photos on it that I thought I could, turn into something. Here again is this is the Parliament buildings, and I thought, oh, that's neat. We could see this from our hotel, and it was all lit up with Christmas lights. It was really pretty. We didn't go to the Parliament buildings and have a tour, but we could have. We will next time. Another black and white photos, more black and white photos. Oh, this was a bookstore that I didn't get to. I'll keep that. Maybe I can cover it in paper. Self-guided audio tours. Didn't do that, but I could have. So some of these I'll keep for the purposes of, making tags or whatever, or journal cards. Some of these I'll cut the photos out of. Yeah. Had to bring this home. Or I could put them in my journal, my current journal, to talk about my trip, because I didn't take it with me. I got, this was a quarter, And it had these awesome old, these are Hallmark, Christmas cards. And they are so amazing. I love them. So I'm thinking these are 70s. And I kept the envelopes because I should have tea dyed or coffee dyed these when I was in the hotel room, but I didn't. Yeah, it was 50 cents and all Christmas stuff was half price. I got a little book about tea. So I saved some of the pages and I cut out some of the smaller pictures that I might use because I have a folder about tea stuff. And I was going through my records and I did make a journal about tea last year. So some of these pages had larger images and I decided to just, keep those ones. See if I could. Anyway, tea. And then I got this old little notebook. It was a binder. And it had this folder paper in it. I found this newer stuff later in the book, but it was this older stuff. Like you can see rust on the paper from the binder. I tossed the binder, I kept the paper. This I can put in, my scraps. Like that's a nice color paper. There's a couple of blank sheets of paper there. Yeah, I'll put these in my drawers over there to make scrappy stuff. That's it. That's all I did. So I also wrote myself lots of lists of plans for 2023. I want to review some things. I want to create sort of a plan, an intentional plan of what I want to do going ahead. I need coffee. Hang on. I made this just before we left. I posted a picture on Instagram where I had taken a chocolate box and in the picture all I had done was used various scraps of text and covered the chocolate box. And then what I ended up doing was taking a Christmas napkin and Mod Podging it on over all of the sides. And I'm going to pack away my made Christmas items. So I have 2 more chocolate boxes here. Oh, I kept this. And I was thinking, I'm not one that is terrifically turned on by crunchy noises, but when I'm watching other people's videos, I hear them say, oh, it has a terrific crunch, blah, blah, blah. And I thought, this might be a good base for a journal. So this is, paper that's sort of corrugated. The idea being that it's protecting the chocolates from getting smashed or chipped. So I thought maybe we would do one together. I'm not so sure I'm going to do this. I'm going to toss this. But I just wanted to sort of share that idea with you that, this could be covered in paper, this could be covered in fabric and stitched around, and, you know, put a single signature in there. If you're of a mind to do that, go for it. Yeah, so I have more Christmas ephemera that needs to be packed away. So I have this chocolate box that I can cover. I have this. I stole these from work. You know, we often get gifts from clients, or you know, this one, which is like the best chocolate, was sent to us by another lawyer in the community. So I thought, you probably have chocolate boxes sitting around. Maybe you'd like to see how I did this. Let me just take a look at the camera. Sure, we can do one. So I have, let me just grab some stuff. Okay. So I've just got a box of paper here beside me, and just gonna glue stuff on. This is sort of a smaller piece, but that's okay. So I'm gonna start on the edge. I'm just using a glue stick. I'm gonna have to tear up some of these. I mean, you're not going to be able to read what's on the paper anyway, but I'm just going to move it down a smidger so I can bigger piece. Yeah, lots of problems traveling over the holidays for a lot of people. I'm pretty proud of myself that I didn't freak out. We actually flew into a different airport than we flew out of. So my car is still at Pearson International in Toronto. Oh, Doug's still on holidays. He's singing away. This one's got some handwriting on it. And so Doug's going to drive me to Toronto today and pick up my car. So I think you got the idea of what I've got going on here. I don't think you need to watch me cover this entire thing. I'm just going to go around the edge and then cover the top. Okay, that's done. Let's talk about what's going to work and what's not going to work. So what you want is an all-over kind of print. I've got a couple of selections here. So something like this, it's not going to work because it has the mirror image on the other side. You know, maybe on a smaller box. You know, I could get away with that, but that's not one I would choose. Whereas something like this, that has an all-over design, woodwork. Wouldn't use it because it's black on white. It's not going to give this box any color. It's just text and words and images, black and white images. It's not going to work. This one would work. So yes, each, you know, this is the flippy of each one, but you know, that gets lost in the overall design once it's done. This one has got an overall design, but the black background is going to be difficult to appreciate the collage text. This one I like. I think once the other extra 2 layers of paper were removed, you would be able to see the text through that medium toned background. This one I like. Now you'd have to, you know, make sure you had your butterflies going the way you wanted them to go, but it's very directional. This one, if I had a full one, I might use, but I don't. I only have this piece. So this one that already looks collaged, it's very pretty. However, we want Christmas, so I had a couple of options here. I have this is a vintage napkin, and I think it's only 1 layer to start with. Might not go all the way around. I have this one. This one's a little bigger. I got these at a, I don't know, probably an estate sale for 50 cents. I think this is what I'm going to go with. So the first thing I want to do, I sort of want to trim this down first so it's not so ungainly. So I'm probably just going to trim that off. Okay, I don't really relish the red edge. I'm going to take that off. This has almost got sort of a shiny metallic surface. Just sort of guesstimating. Okay. I'm going to remove the extra layers of paper we don't need just by using a piece of Scotch. Well, we call it Scotch tape here, even though it's not Scotch. It's probably no name knowing me. Sort of see the images on the second level. Okay. So I have some Mod Podge. This is matte. I'm going to just put it in this little yogurt cup with a little bit of water. Oop. No. Water has activated that blue ink. Wrinkles do not bother me. It just adds to the texture in my books. Okay. Now, in these corners, I'm going to clip some of this out. Not a square, sort of a odd diamond. Just to remove some of that bulk. But I still want to wrap around the corner. Okay. Whoops. So I got a little rip there, but that's okay. Just flatten it down and seal that. Come on, you. Okay. Now, I'm going to cut some of this bulk away. Don't have to. I could glue this right around. There we go. It's kind of awkward to do because I can't put it down. The top is still wet. And bubbling. Why are you bubbling? It will dry. Okay. Okay. So you get the idea of how I'm doing that. I'll finish the last two sides, let this dry, and then we'll come back. So here it is. It's finished. And it is full of Christmas ephemera. I could probably move a couple of you guys there. Even it out a bit. And once I got this one done, I went ahead and covered that the other chocolate box that I had and made use of this vintage napkin. Because it was orange, I covered the bottom as well and did a layer of Mod Podge just to seal that. And here's the original. So Christmas can go in the closet for another year. And I'll know what's in here. It's clearly Christmas. So I hope you thought this was interesting. Maybe you have some junk, like chocolate boxes left over from the holidays. And maybe you want to make a little storage container of your own. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you thought this was interesting. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.